Oh man, I was at my was at my friend's house and gave me some shots. Man, it's just so rainy and misty and foggy outside right now. It doesn't live that far, but I had to pee so bad. Listen to some bacon camp nurse, some BCP, no, some BCN. It's my friend TZ. Hey TZ, what's up? Gotta check this one out. So I'm gonna review Dr. Mordrid from 1992. Like I was just scrolling through Amazon Prime looking for a movie, something to watch, and like some looked like some cool stuff came up, but just clicking on movies and then it says the people who watch this, and Dr. Mordrid came up, and I was wanting to see it. I remember seeing it in the video store, but I also remember thinking, it's Jeff Combs, it's Herbert West, it's Reanimator, that's the Beyond, and even oh God, what's the? They did another Lovecraft one, like a super love. I like it a lot. I can't remember the name, but I just always associated Jeff Jeff Combs with gore. Now that looks like a kids movie, so I never rented it or never watched it. And then it became like super rare and obscure. But thankfully, it was on Amazon Prime, so I watched it. It was written. The screenplay was written by C. Courtney Joyner, but it was directed by Al and Charlie Band. I don't know if they've ever co-directed anything. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're terrible. They're terrible directors. Starring Jeff Combs, Yvette Napier, and Brian Thompson. And it's only an hour and 15 minutes. I actually thought it was only an hour and 8 minutes, and I was like, this isn't even really a movie that long, because like 30 minutes in, I was like, this is still, it's like, we're still getting to know Dr. Mordrid. He's like a love interest. Brian Thompson has barely come in as the, oh, what was his name? Oh, God. Can't remember his bad guy name. So you probably know that this was supposed to be a Doctor Strange movie, and Jeffrey Combs, he's so then that got scrapped. So it turned into Dr. Mordrid, and he's always good. Like he was always going to be good. He seems like he takes everything, 100% seriously, and even though he's not that tall of a guy, he still has a commanding presence. His he had a cape and like this blue costume, and it didn't look that dumb. So I was thinking, man, this is gonna be like, I mean, he's gonna be good. The effects are gonna be bad, and those weren't even that bad, to be honest. But I soon realized like this is all build up and like talking about stuff. Like there's the part where he leaves the Earth realm and he goes. It looked cool. It was just like a. Now that I think about it, it looked like a He-Man. It was actually better than He-Man because it's just like a little castle on a rock floating in space. So he teleports there, or he walks there through like a mystical portal, and he meets, like he gets like accosted by this guy, and like he's like, the guy's like, "Don't move or I'll blow you away." And it's Dr. Mordred's friend. I can't remember his name. And he has no eyes. Like he says his eyes have been ripped out. Like all these demons tried to escape, and well, no, that Brian Thompson's character had escaped. I can't remember his name. And that he was gonna release all these demons. I think maybe some demons had escaped, but he fought him. So we're not gonna see any of this. But then Dr. Mordred gives him his eyes back, and that was cool. And that was this is a good part actually. And you see like a miniature set, but they put Jeffrey Combs in there. Comes back to Earth, and it's so yeah. The wheels are set in motion that Brian Thompson is going to unleash all these demons that have been trapped in this realm upon Earth to kill everyone and turn. I mean, I'm assuming turn Earth into a living hell. And I was like, oh, we're not going to see that. We're not going to see any demons being unleashed. We're not going to see no hell on Earth. And I know that's all budgetary constraints. So I was like, we're not seeing anything. Like, and then I was like, okay, there's like 30 minutes left. So this isn't that good. But like I said, Jeff Combs is good. He meets his neighbor. They keep saying like, he's like, you're a police officer, and she's all kinda. She's some kind of investigator, but I was telling her, either you're a cop or you're not. And she's like, she investigates like ritualistic satanic crimes, and he's like an authority on the occult stuff. Man, I'm pretty buzzed. Oh yes, so there have been some murders, and she's on. You can help. If maybe you could help me like solve these, or like shed any light on them. But it's Brian Thompson doing it, and then this is weird because Brian Thompson, he comes to Earth and he has two like acolytes, like this guy and this girl. And when they show them, like, he's like, I can't believe you fucking picked us to help him. And I was like, it should be a kids movie, but she cusses, says F word, and then she gets naked. And man, she got a nice body. And I was like, why are they showing this girl naked? Which there was no reason to show her naked. They didn't have to. Because then he just I knew he's going to sacrifice her to his gods for whatever reason. And he did. Now, she didn't need to be, because you would think you would want kids to see this, but no. Yeah, and it was just like she was naked for like a minute, maybe, and then he sacrificed her. And then he gets her boyfriend to be like, I'm skipping a little bit ahead, but he like makes him immune to any injury. He's off for 12 hours. You will be impervious to all wounds. And the guy's like, fuck yeah. That dude is pretty funny, because Brian Thompson is sending him to kill Jeffrey Combs, Dr. Mordrid, because he had gotten arrested because his amulet like had been like implicated in some of the murders, so they arrest him. Still, the whole time I'm thinking they're just like, there's not going to be no showdown, there's not going to be no fight, because they just don't have the money to show anything. And I was thinking, okay, let's see Dr. Mordrid like shoot some power beams at someone or stop a crime or anything. They do show him use his magic, but it's all like just it's never in like a fight. He's just doing something or going somewhere, and he like light beams will shine around him, and it looked good. It didn't look bad as I thought it was going to be. So like, okay, there's like 10 minutes left. But then there is kind of a showdown. Like, Jeffrey Combs says he has to go to this museum to get this stone that him and Brian Thompson, let's call him Balthazar. Him and Balthazar have to fight for, or like use its power. And they both go to the museum, and there's a part where Brian Thompson, there's a mom and her kid, and they're like, the kid's like, man, those are giants. And Brian Thompson, he says like, I remember they were bigger. And then I was okay. And then the little kid, like, Brian Thompson walks away, and the little kid's like, dickhead. And his mom's like, don't say that. And that was pretty funny. So Brian Thompson he's using this stone to do some ritual to let the demons in to Earth realm, and then Dr. Mordrid shows up, and they start fighting, and then they bring the skeletons of the dinosaurs to life, and then these like security guards run in, and one of the dinosaurs grabs the security guard and it's claymation, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. It looked great. Like little security guard, the T-Rex picks him up and he's like, ah. And I was like, oh, this is getting good. And then Mordred brings to life a mammoth to fight the T-Rex. And spoiler alert, the mammoth stabs Brian Thompson through the belly and picks him up, and then his little claymation figure is flailing, and I was like, oh, this is getting good. And then, oh yeah, before that happened though, Brian Thompson did the spell to unleash the demons to come in, and there's like looks like a pipe with a big covering, and it starts like, you see dents being punched into it, and it opens, and you see all these, there's like 4 or 5 or 6 of them, these claymation demons, and I was like, holy shit, they showed these little fuckers. And I was reading on IMDb, they said one of them is like one of the claymation werewolves from what's it called? From the Joe Dante werewolf movie. The Howling. God damn. Like one of the claymation little monsters is one of the werewolves from The Howling. I didn't see it, but I was looking at the other ones, and I was like, oh, these are cool. So, but they're not gonna like come to Earth, and they don't. But I didn't even think they were gonna show that much. So Jeffrey Combs has defeated Brian Balthazar, and then like he gets summoned to another realm. But the guy that Brian Thompson had made immune to physical harm, he still thinks he's immune, and like he's just trying to assault Dr. Mordred's girlfriend, and the cops show up and he's like, you ain't got shit on me, pig. You know, fuck you, and they shoot him in the leg, and he's like, holy shit, and they'll get this guy out of here, and it was really funny. That guy was really good. So overall, check out Dr. Mordrid. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Off the top of my head, I'll give it a rock solid 3.5, because it seemed like they were really trying. Jeffrey Combs is really good. He made moves. Brian Thompson is really good too. He's doing a weird faux British accent. He looks badass, and it was on Amazon Prime, so I'm glad I got to watch it. So I need a drink. So with that done, I wasn't gonna do it, like, you know, for Halloween. There's it's like endless Halloween movies you could review, but for Thanksgiving, I was like, what can you do? Like Thanksgiving? That one, I don't even know what it's called. That one Thanksgiving movie, I think, with Lyle Alzado as the killer, and it's not even really a Thanksgiving movie. The Thanksgiving trailer that Eli Rothschild made. But then I watched the movie, like I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, I'll review this. So hopefully tonight I'm gonna watch the. I'm gonna watch this movie and I'll get this video uploaded. It'll be a good Thanksgiving video you can watch while you stuff your face tomorrow. So I'll just leave you with. I know I showed you all these, but these are so badass. I'll show you again. So I'll see you in a little bit.